So now we can edit products and add products. What we want to do is to be able to display products and show them to users of your e-commerce site with the option to add them to the basket. Before we carry on, although I don't want to go into too much about design as such in this course, as to my mind design is an entire course and should be treated all on its own, what I have done is on the admin page I've just put a better title on and I've added a class to our link so that it just renders a bit nicer. As I say, I don't want to go into too much detail about all that. That really needs to be covered in the course all on its own. But for test purposes, it's still better if it looks a bit nicer. So to create our product list, the first thing we need to do is we go to our home controller and in our index page we shall delete the standard page that it comes with because we don't need that. Go back to index and re-add the view, and again, just as we did with the administration pages, we're going to have a list. We're going to set the model class to product, the data context is OK, and click add. So what we also need to do is update our index code in the controller to return a list of products. So for products, get all and return those in the view. Build that. Let's go to our home page. And again, we've got our list of products. We're not going to want the edit and delete, but what we will want is maybe a details link with an add to basket in there. So again, what we will do, if we go into our index page, if we take that and copy it out to the top, into there, let's just remove these two because we don't really need those. We don't want to display edit, instead we're going to show the item description as the actual link, so we'll replace edit there with item.description. We'll change that to details instead of edit, and we can delete that. Get rid of the pipe off the end as well. And what we'll also do, we'll move the image URL up. Let's move that here. This is the actual table header that it's showing at the top. In fact, actually we'll get rid of the table header completely because we shouldn't really need that. Get rid of the cost price. We'll change that instead of a display for, we will change that to an we'll change that for an image, so we're using a standard image tag. We're setting the source to images/image URL, and we're setting an alternative in the image there. So if we save that off now and look at that product list again, okay, that's looking a little bit better. So when we click that, it will take us to the details. What we need, of course, is an image here. So what we can do is, if I create an images folder within the project, and we'll add to that, we'll just add a standard image, just a sample image, existing item. We'll just add the sample product. Now obviously what we would normally do is we would upload images per product as part of the product creation, but for now we shall just go back into our product admin, and if we edit that and set that to sample product.jpg, sample product JPEG. Okay, so now when we go to our home, as you can see, we've got the image there with the title. We'll just reduce that size. To more of a thumbnail size. Again, if we were doing this properly, we would actually create a thumbnail image, but again, that's pretty much beyond the scope of this course, which is okay. There we go. So the final thing we need to do is create a page for the details. So again, action, result, details. We're going to take in an integer of ID, which so that will be our product ID for product. Get the product by the ID that we are passing in. Return it in the view. And again, let's add a scaffolded view for a product. So we will say details. Again, it's a product. Okay. Again, we've got all our details there. Let's just build that off again. Now when we click that, and then that gives our product page. Again, we'll just very quickly, we shall just change that to an actual image. We can just copy this code here. Do that. Place up there. We shall just move these up to the top. Take that out completely. It is model. Down here we'll have that. We'll just change this to add to basket for later. Add to basket. Now reload the page, and so there we go. We have our product details. We've got ready to add that to basket. We need to hook up that next, or we can go back to the list. And so there you go. Very simple, very easy to do, and it's just ready to have some better styling applied to it. But what we will do next is carry on and go through the process of actually adding it into a basket so that we can continue with the rest of the modular course.